This next game is, ironically enough, a fun game, despite the fact that it feels like a shit game. Does anyone here speak German? Taking that as a no. Okay. Let me go ahead and look this up real quick, because I have no idea what this says. Google Translate! Manual or game? Manual or game? What? Sure, let's go ahead with the manual. Hopefully it's in English. Cracked by Christian Mueller. Catastrophes. Catastrophes is a fun game. Oddly enough. The aim is to construct buildings as high as possible by laying bricks after bricks onto the ones laid out as yet on small islands in the water of a sea. If you are successful through 6 days, i.e. you reach the target score prescribed by your contract, each day starting with sunrise and ending with sunset, you fulfill the requirements of the contract. Your result is published by one of the leading newspapers. Actual scores together with the targets and high score are continuously displayed. You get 100 points for each well-placed brick and 500 points for each new story. Over the target scoring is doubled. This is your productivity bonus. Bricks are supplied by small ships and are picked up by joystick-controlled helicopters. The vertical and horizontal movement of the helicopters is controlled by the joystick steering columns, while picking up and placing the bricks are activated by the firing button. A little bit of redneck crawling in. I apologize. The bricks laid out can be replaced as well, but for the bottom ones, they can be picked up and placed into new position, just as they were new supplies from the ships. Sounds like it was barely translated. Words you say good. Words you say good. Construction is repetitively disturbed by sudden, randomistically occurring catastrophes, earthquakes, hurricanes, electric storms, and floods. All of them damage the buildings and accordingly decrease your score. Earthquakes destroy all parts of the buildings being too thin. Hurricanes totally destroy several top layers of bricks. Electric storms cut out a full vertical slice of bricks from the buildings. Usually it's the top one. Floods increase the water level, thus covering some brick layers and prohibiting the layout in several brick slices. The damaging effect of each catastrophe depends on the actual intensity grade. Normal intensity on the first, third, and fifth days, while increased one on the second, fourth, and sixth days. Earthquakes, hurricanes, and electric storms are appropriately forecasted by corresponding sound or graphic effects and by the flashing light of a background pharaohs. Pharaohs? Pharaohs. This forecast makes it possible to apply separate tactics, including brick replacement, in the construction during such forecast periods. Note that hurricanes disturb the helicopter's motion as well. Floods occur if the actual visible height of the buildings exceed a certain level. The players thus the play. Okay, I know that they're trying to differentiate solo and plural, but it just does not look good on a Commodore. I'm sorry. The players, thus, should be fast and wise as well. The success of construction depends on both skill and strategy. Airplanes flying through the scene also disturb the construction. Their clashing with a helicopter can destroy your transporting vehicle, of which you only have 4 spares. The arrival of an airplane is forecasted by its sound, too. Trying to place a brick, i.e. firing, at an impromptu place results in dropping the transported brick, which means 30 points are lost. The players can select the skill level by their choice. They can choose among amateur and pro, and by this way they can control the game's speed and the average time interval between consecutive catastrophes and airplane arrivals. Game speed means helicopter and airplane speeds. These speeds are increasing after each pair of working days, but there are different grades in amateur and pro level. Believe it or not, the rest of this is just simply how to start the game. Did you notice how many paragraphs that were? Anyway. So now we go to S, which starts the game. This is the game. This is that overly complicated game I was just reading. Loud noises! Well, I can turn it down, but I can't turn it down too far because I do need the audio cues to prepare for events happening in the game. Because that sound you're just hearing right now means that an airplane's about to pass. And yes, that airplane was a complete dick. But yeah, if you notice this light in the background, I thought it was more of a lighthouse. It's an indicator that something is about to happen. Because Mother Nature is a complete dick, it will take out the tallest part of your building straight down to the bottom. The Daily Mirror, contractor's failure. So now the demo is finished. Now to actually play this myself. Again, what a dick. Yeah. Do-do-do-do, For the first day, I should reach 8,000 points. Now, this is an interesting part of the programming. You automatically start as a 2-player game, and you're given a certain amount of time to determine whether or not it's going to be a 1-player or 2-player game. If nobody's controlling the player for about, I'm guessing it's 5 seconds, then the computer takes over. Okay, you may have noticed the lights blinking, so in a couple of seconds, we're going to get a thunderstorm. So I'm going to, I just started building a tower of similar size there to make sure at least one of them survives. Of course, just grabbing the blocks is the challenge. It's more of that pixel-perfect precision we've all come to know and love. Once again, complete dick. We've got a earthquake coming. Holy shit. Wow, my building survived. Alright, the sun's about to set, and I need to hurry the fuck up. Oh, God. Drop the block. Yeah, I'm going to give it another shot. As soon as it hurries the fuck up. Why did it go straight to the demo? Bad programming, I suppose. Also, that musical tone is sort of getting on my nerves. Alright, let's try this again. Try to score 8,000 points. Considering how simple it is, I'm surprised it wasn't put on a cartridge. Yeah, I've got... I'd like to think it's a sturdy setup, but I don't know if it's going to hold. It's definitely a hurricane coming up. It held up a little bit. Took my score back down to 6,500 though, so that's going to be a problem. Okay, I've already reached the quota, but there's a risk of something happening. Yep, we're about to have a thunderstorm. And there went my quota. Actually, the quota's still there, thank God. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to keep building onto that building, though. That section of the building, I mean. If there was only a way to stop that timer, you know, I wouldn't mind building, just building and building and building. Oh God, my new quota is 11,000 points. Are you fucking shitting me? And of course, there's a flood. Now there's my 11,000 points. All that I can do now is just start building onto it. But oh no, here comes the thunderstorm. So we've got a little bit of a problem in maintaining this quota. Fuck this shit. Where am I building a set of buildings that would cause Mother Nature to constantly go apeshit? I mean, somehow, some way, I'm angering the gods just by being here. More floods. More goddamn floods. And all I have now is the tower. Have fucking mercy. We are about to have another thunderstorm. What a goddamn cock tease. I mean, that would be a fucking game over at this point, wouldn't it? Because I can't build onto my building anymore. Yeah, the game's over. I can't build anymore. The game deliberately threw in the flood just to, what exactly am I looking for here in terms of words? limit as to how long you can play the game. That's not how you do console games or even computer games. Now, I can see something like this in an arcade game. You know, challenge people paying 25 cents to see how much they can build, how many points they can put together before the game's over, but just to throw in a dick move like a thunderstorm on your only form of building a building, like one little tower, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, that is fucking real the Sphinx dick move right there. I'm calling it now. And if you want to know what kind of dick move real the Sphinx does, well, I played that one too. Check the archives. So I think I scored about 19,000 points. I'm going to just end it there. That's Catastrophes. Now it's time to learn things. No!